Welcome, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles.
And together we do the weekly news for Oxford Television.
Yep, and we're not the only ones that do that. We do it along with Dave Kenny, who does Auto Talk and Science in the news. We do it with Alexis Ware, who covers our school news, and Cody Wright, who covers our sports. And we can't forget Kyle Snage, who also does our technical end of it. He records it.
There's great information out here on the news, weekly news, so tune in with us. And what dates are we talking about? Times?
We air Monday through Saturday, 12 noon, 6:30 p.m. and 11 p.m. and then on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. and 11 p.m. and we cover everything in your backyard.
We'll be watching for you, so be there.
Bye-bye.
Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Debbie Wren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Terry Stiles, Production Manager at Oxford Community Television. I always say OCTV like everybody knows what that is.
I know, and I've heard people say, well, is that OCTV?
I've heard OCTV.
You know, and I'm like, where do you ever get that? I don't know.
The OC.
I know.
It should be Ox TV.
Yes.
That's what it should be.
Yep.
Let's rebrand after 20-some years, maybe 30 years.
Oh, Terry. Well, listen, I wanted to start out with, you know, on our last casting that we did, I did so much talking that I didn't even talk about our Chamber's upcoming, our biggest event. Being that it's our business, the Oxford Business and Health Expo that the Chamber's putting on, and we're going to be out at Boulder Point, and that is going to be on the last Sunday of September. So that's September 29th, and it's going to be from 11 to 3 o'clock. And we're going to be having some demonstrations. Lots of demonstrations are going to be going on. But what I really wanted, what I'm really excited about is the fact that all these vendors have been calling the office. They've been, you know, sending in their applications. We're going to be having so many vendors this year that I'm very, very excited. For myself, this will be my third year in having that one room on the side with my Beamer, and I'm excited about that because each year it has been more and more busy for me.
Well, I'll tell you, last year, every time I looked up to see what was going on over there, I couldn't even see you or anybody else in there because there were people standing in there the entire time, the whole day.
I know,
great.
and it was good for me. I love it. I love sharing what I do, but I never got to really get out onto the floor.
Oh, well.
Not until after everything was all over and done with, and we're all starting to pack up and things like that. But I just know that it was a huge success, and it's going to be even better this year.
It's always so impressive to wander around and talk to the people that are within our community and see what's available to us in this community. It's really nice. It's not like everybody has an opportunity or sits and takes the time to look through our business pages, or
you know, even our directories.
Be wanting something in order to go look. Whereas here you're going, oh my gosh, I didn't realize you guys were in this community. That's really cool. Glad to know it.
Exactly.
It's been really fun to go to those things.
Yes. Well, and you know, just to name a few, like Bulls Boxing, you will see Bulls Boxing in the Legacy Center. And yes, it is a boxing facility for people who actually want to do physical boxing, but there's so much more is correct. We have a program out there that's called Rocksteady Boxing, and it's for people with Parkinson's disease. I don't think our community knows enough about this, and so Bull and Maria are going to have a table once again this year. They had their table for the first time last year because they've been doing this now. This will be their second year, and Rocksteady Boxing is affiliated all around the country here. So
it's pretty amazing.
Oxford is extremely fortunate to be able to have this.
Yeah, because I spoke with a couple of the people that go partake in that program, some from Lapeer,
Yes.
and they were driving to Troy to
Yes.
try to be involved in that program, and they weren't even able to be as consistent as they needed to be because it was so far away.
Right.
So yeah, it's not like there's a Rocksteady program on every street corner. We're really lucky that Maria and Bull took that up. I know she's got a background in medical.
Yes, she works at St. Joe's Hospital. So Maria, when she's able to, she's there for the Friday classes because it's 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Maria will be there on Friday when she can. And then all the evaluations are done by Maria, and she does those on Wednesdays, and that's when she can determine, which of the classes are going to be the best for that particular patient. So,
And the improvement in these people
I
is
know.
so heartwarming to see.
It is.
And the remarkable expediency in their improvements.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Well, and you were
God
talking
bless
about how far people have, came
Had to
from
drive.
Lapeer to go to Troy. We have one lady, because as you can tell, I'm a we, because I am a volunteer there and have been for over a year now. But we have one lady, she comes from Algonac.
Oh my gosh.
She comes every Friday from
Wow,
Algonac.
isn't that something?
And she is dynamic, just one dynamic woman. I love Nancy to death. She's wonderful. But, and it's like it's like a family, but.
How big is the group?
We have 2 classes now because it got so large. So one of which can be anywhere up to 20.
Wow.
And then our other class, I think they have about 10 in there.
Fantastic.
Because I that one is done in the earlier in the morning, and so I come in at about 11:45. And, so I get to see who's in that class because some people are able to do, all 3 days, and then others only want to do it twice a week or something. So
For those of you who haven't been to Bull's Boxing in a while, he used to be in the center of the Legacy Center. Now, and it was kind of a cramped little space.
It was.
And now they've got just a big, beautiful
they're on the
facility.
south side
end,
of
right.
Legacy Center.
On
So
the McDonald's side.
yes, right. We look out onto McDonald's when we're
Do you ever
in there.
get cravings for McDonald's?
Well, when he has the doors open, we can smell the McDonald's.
bet.
So yes. So you'll be able to go out there. What I was really trying to say is that you'll be able to talk to them and learn a little bit more about what they have to offer. In case family members or a friend or something like that. So Bull and Maria they're one of our vendors. Independence Village is going to be there. We're looking for, Oakland County Sheriff. They were there last year. They had a great time there. So they'll undoubtedly be there again. But I mean, people are just so anxious to be able to share what they have for the community here. So really looking forward to it. Once again, so Sunday, September 29th, doors will open at 11 and we'll be there till 3. So we're looking very forward to seeing you there.
Now, if they want to become a vendor, if they want to sign up, should they just give Amy a call?
Just give Amy a call. She'll be happy. And the phone number there is 248-628-0410. Now the vendor setup will be from 9 o'clock in the morning till 10:30. We want everything all ready and set so that when those doors open at 11, people can come in. But yeah, give Amy a call or just go on out to our website because you can just fill out the application that way as well. So with that, I think we're just going to take a real quick break, but we'll be right back and we'll see you soon. back to Daybreak. Debbie Wren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Terry Stiles, Production Manager at Oxford Community Television.
And I just want to give you a little bit of an update too as to our upcoming Coffee Connect, ribbon cuttings, and our mixers. As far as the mix and mingle go, for the month of August, we normally have our mixers on the last Thursday of the month. And August being that, you know, this is kind of like the last fun time for everybody, families to have before the kids go back to school, we decided we're just going to let August kind of slide here, and so we are not going to be having a mixer. But our next mixer is going to be, this is going to be kind of a combination mixer for us, because as you can see when you're driving through town, Gravel Capital Brewing. I know, I have a hard time saying that before.
I know. and it was falling down before.
It was falling down brewery, but now it is Gravel Capital Brewing is going to be having a ribbon cutting on September 26th at 4 o'clock. But then immediately following our ribbon cutting is going to then be our mix and mingle there for the chamber. So it's kind of a dual thing taking place. Yeah, perfect.
So you'll have a whole group of people there that maybe you don't get to see that often.
Exactly.
So, that'll be fun.
So I mean, our ribbon cuttings, we're very fortunate, have been very well received in the community.
Yeah, they have.
And so I mean, they get more and more people coming, and so this one should really be pretty big.
Yeah.
So the chamber enjoys that. We truly do. We love having those ribbon cuttings, and we're looking forward to, just so that you're aware, that Beehive Homes, you know, it's kind of a cute name.
It is.
But they're going to be a new facility. The building is all up and still kind of getting the finishing touches. But this is for memory care, is it not?
Yes, it is. Yep.
And something that we do need around here.
Yeah, we sure do.
And I was at a event out at Independence Village, which is independent living for seniors. And I was just there last evening, and I was, you know, talking with Dan and Teresa there, and they're working together.
Right, with Matt and Maria.
Yes,
right.
Matt and Maria from Beehive Homes, because they at Independence Village do not have a memory care unit. And so now the two together here, both in the community of Oxford, are going to be working together, and it's just another real plus for being out in this community, I'll tell you.
And it's such a relief having I took care of my mother before she passed. And what a relief to have people in our own community right down the street that will be able to help.
Yes.
Because that's so taxing on family members. Although I was grateful to do it, it was very taxing. And so it's really nice that they're, and the home is set up so that it's a home. Matt and Marie just say, this is our home, this is our family. And it's beautiful in there. They've got activities planned for people, but it's all individual care. Direction for these people and their quality of life. And I'm just so pleased to see. And they're excited to be here. They're planning on more homes in that area, which is really nice when they're able to expand.
Sure. Well, and it's nice that they have it on property that they're able to expand.
Yeah, they made such a beautiful piece of property out of what had been industrial looking and neglected, and it was my two boys' stomping grounds. I lived right down the street from there, and they rode bicycles there, and I was so scared all the time because it was a mess. It really was. And they've done a beautiful job with that area. They really dressed up the neighborhood there.
Fantastic. That's great.
Such good people too. They're really stop by and say hi to them and tell them welcome to the neighborhood. They're right at the Pollyant Trail at Gillespie. Just before you go up the hill. So heading north on Gillespie. And they're usually there. Every time I've just kind of popped in, they're there.
Sweet.
Somebody's there. Yeah,
Sweet.
they're really
That's
working
good.
hard to get open.
That's just it. Yeah, they really are those finishing touches,
Yeah.
and usually that's what takes the longest. Trying to get everything all done and ready and prepared. So
Right.
I look forward to when we hear when our Chambers ribbon cutting will be out there as well. So let's see, our next Coffee Connect. We had a ribbon cutting out at Apothecary and Company, and now they are going to be having the September Coffee Connect at their business.
So cool.
So this will be yet a second time now that people will be able to be out there and see everything that they have to offer at Apothecary and Company.
Concept they've got there.
Really,
It's really neat. I got to see that all edited out, and we're going to air that soon. But to have the combination of herbs and real life, for lack of a better term, medications.
Yes,
That combination, and she's so knowledgeable, and even stuff for animals. That's so cool.
Exactly. Well, and one of my dogs is on a compounded medication.
Really?
So we're very
that
fortunate
interesting?
with that all these years with that particular med, that we're able to get that filled at Patterson's. He's been able to
Oh,
do
is that
that
right?
one for us. But
Good.
the type of compounding that's going to be taking place at Apothecary and Company is,
pretty impressive.
Yes, absolutely.
And she even has a sealed room to do
Well,
that in.
and yeah,
That's
she's
so impressive.
she's ahead of the time because it will be required. It's going to be required.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
What's the
so-
purpose of that?
Sterile environment.
Oh,
You're taking
that something?
taking
Yeah.
whether it's two different ointments or you're taking a
right.
powder and putting it into a liquid. You're not. It's not a sealed. It's not
Right.
sealed where somebody's just getting it and she's got to actually prepare it.
That makes
and so
sense.
this is a sterile environment for her. Yeah.
forward thinking on her part.
She knew that the
for
laws
her.
were changing, that this is what the requirement is going to be. So.
Sharp cookie, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
And she's right downtown. She's right behind
51 Diner?
51 Diner,
She's,
right.
yeah, she's at
In the same
51,
building.
51 South Washington. So that's right by the park, right by Centennial
easy
Park
to pop
there.
in and say hi to her.
Exactly. So that Coffee Connect is going to be September 3rd, and as always, from 8 to 9 o'clock. So looking forward to that one as well. So just lots of things going on with the Chamber. We've got our new members. New member list is Fifth Third Bank. We have API Consulting Accounting Services from Lake Orion. Tim Hortons from Lake Orion. So now both the Tim Hortons are our Chamber members. And of course, our McDonald's. And McDonald's is also going to be
So
at
neat.
our Business and Health Expo
That's right.
too. So
That's
this will be
fun.
great. And then, of course, Gravel Capital Brewing. So our list keeps growing and growing.
Sure does.
Our directory is pretty close to being finally printed. They've had their issues at Nova
course.
Print, but we're all trying to be very patient about it. But we're hoping within the next couple of weeks that our new directories will be out, and looking forward to that as well. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick break.
A quick break.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Debbie Wren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Terry Stiles, Production Manager at OCTV.
Okay, and so what are we going to talk about this segment?
Well, so Alexis she does our school reporting, and for the last 2 weeks she's been gearing up for school, and everything's starting to happen now. I think they had, this week they've had orientations at the middle school for the kids going into middle school, so things are happening. I know the football is gearing up.
Yes.
Bud's got those boys playing already. And the bus drivers. There's new bus drivers. They're on simulators according to the newspaper. So I just want to remind everybody, keep an eye out. School's gearing up again. We got to get it in the back of our head that we've got to look out for those little kids out there. But also, the Oxford Orion Fish is still collecting for the backpacks up until this Wednesday, the 21st. And I bet you even if you went a little bit later than the 21st, they'd probably take some stuff and know where it needs to go.
Right.
But so when you're out there school shopping, which I understand that's happening, I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore.
You and me both.
Oh my gosh. And so just grab a few extra things for the backpacks.
Yep.
The other thing I wanted to talk about, so Deb gives everybody a whole bunch of news on what's going on within the community. If you have a business out there and you want the community to know what's going on, give the chamber a call and let them know, or give us a call at 248-628-9658, and we'll put it on the air. We have a segment that Danielle Smith does called the Weekly Calendar. Rachel Baker did it for a while, and now Danielle Smith is doing it. That we can let people know what's going on, what you need for your business, if you need volunteers, if you need money, if you need anything. We'll keep people informed on that. But we also need to have press releases. So the chamber is wonderful about getting information to us.
Sure.
But there's other things that have gone on within the community, and somebody will come in and say, how come you guys didn't cover that? We didn't know about it.
Right.
Press releases are really still a very viable source for us. So I think there's been a couple fundraisers of the animal support and rescue groups that we didn't know about, and we could have done so much to help them with their fundraisers. I think pets.
Yes. Is it canine rescue by any chance?
Canine, we do canine a lot for canine stray rescue, but I think Banbury Cross, they had something, and then there's another one right out behind canine stray rescue that they rescue donkeys and goats, and
I don't know the
they've
name.
done a couple fundraisers that we've missed out on. Number one, we'd love to be there and cover that fun event and bring that to the community, bringing awareness to the community. But also, we would help in getting funds for them, help them get the word out for fundraising.
And all that promoting is imperative in order to receive the funds that you really do need.
That's right.
And the more exposure, and OCTV, that's what OCTV has, that exposure. You know, I mean, we can see this, the community can see it, and even if you see it once, and it was like, geez, what was that again? Maybe it'll say to you, I can't remember, but I know it was OCTV, and give you guys a call. So, you know, utilize what we have here. This is a very, we're very, once again, very lucky to have OCTV in our community. We truly are. So Oxford just is so blessed. I can't say it enough, and I know I do say it quite often, but I can't say it enough.
Thank you for saying that.
Really, we're very, very fortunate.
We've been around for 30 years at least. I know since '86, I think is as far back as I can recall. And so many people didn't know we were here.
Right.
Because of management that didn't know that they needed to have a presence in the community, I guess. I'm not sure what the thinking was, but our presence is known now to a large group of people and growing, and our presence is threatened, which is upsetting, but we're still here.
Yes.
And as long as we're here, we do everything we can to promote the community, and that's what our purpose is. The reason the government approved having cable companies franchise give us franchise fees to begin with is they knew that the big cable companies were going to take that hometown information out of networking.
Correct.
And so they wanted people to be able to get the word out in their community of what's going on. And so that's our sole purpose here. Not to mention we've trained a lot of people who have moved on into the business, because this is definitely a business as well.
Absolutely.
Anyhow, I can't say enough about local programming and local television, and I think our station has done very well. When you look at the public access stations across the state and their programming, ours far surpasses what everybody else is doing, just because we choose to stay so involved in the community.
And you need to. I mean, that's the whole
doing our
purpose.
job.
Exactly. You're doing your job.
Yeah,
exactly.
We are.
Yeah.
So please send us press releases. You can get them to us at occtv.org. That's our website. You can get them to us, I already said, 248-628-9658, or come on in. We're at 2975 Seymour Lake Road.
That's right.
Come in and say hi to us.
Sweet.
And so, yeah, so also, speaking of promoting the community, this week I'm going to promote the newspaper. The Oxford Leader newspaper is our biggest source of news. They have an article about downtown becoming part of the National Register. And I just want to say kudos to everybody that worked on that. That is not a minor feat. It's huge. DDA, Glenn Pabe, has worked so hard on this in the last 3 years. I know that Joe Frost, I think, got that started.
Yes, he did.
When he was the director of the DDA, and Glenn picked up the ball and ran with it. And such a knowledge that he's retained from doing the work on getting this register, getting us on the register. And not all communities are able to do that.
No, yet another reason, Oxford.
Yeah.
Kudos
so
to
lucky.
Oxford. Oh my goodness, just amazing. And really, if you don't know, I mean, I can't say that I know all the ins and outs of being a part of this National Register, but you know, this community has been here for so many years, and we've kept our buildings. How fortunate to have these buildings.
We've lost very few, really.
Exactly. And yes, you cannot make changes to the front of these buildings, and this is part of the reason, because we want to keep that history. And this also made it possible to be a part of this.
Oh, right. And then it also, his knowledge helped design the upgrades that are going to happen in 2020 to M24. And please keep an eye on our station, contact the DDA, watch those DDA meetings. They update all the time about what's going to happen on M24.
Yep. And it's going to be major
and tough.
But it's going to be, but it's for a very short period of time. And they have put so many hours and hours and hours of effort working to make sure that it's going to be as smooth as it can possibly be. So
thank you for doing that.
Exactly. This is a lot of man hours, I'll tell you. It's been a process. So we will be so thrilled once this is all completed. So I know the starting is going to be a project, but once it's done, wow. Yet another reason.
It's going to be so pretty.
It is. It truly is.
Another good reason to stay in Oxford.
Exactly. So, well, I think we've completed another Daybreak. So, with that being said, we hope you enjoy. If you've got any questions, please do not hesitate to give either OCTV a call, the Chamber a call. We're here to help. We want to be able to help. So it's your community as well as it is our community, and we all want to be living here as one happy family. So with that being said, I just want to say goodbye to one of my favorite viewers, watchers. Steve, have a great day, buddy, and I'll see you soon.
Oh, thanks for watching. Welcome to Oxford Community Television. We are proud that our 4 communities continue to choose local programming, local news, sports, community issues, familiar faces, celebrations, and commitment to each other. Welcome to Oxford Community Television.